Did you know that 76% of college students suffer from some sort of mental health concern? That's a 32% increase over the last 5 years. Students do not feel like they are good enough, strong enough, successful enough, smart enough, and overall minimize the value that they bring. Universities are aware of this concern and have started increasing the resources that they provide. But even with this additional help, only 50% of the students who initially reported concern actually seek support. Some reports indicate that the greatest resource may be us, faculty, staff, and students. And research indicates that one of the greatest ways to increase someone's mental well-being is by teaching them how to believe in themselves. The struggle is we often don't stop to think about how and why we believe in ourselves, and in some cases we too do not feel like we are good enough, or smart enough, or strong enough, or successful enough. For us to be a great resource, we have to model self-belief. Through my research, I've learned there are 4 areas that we can develop to model self-belief for others, and I'm going to walk you through 2 of those today. So the first is mindset. Now I know, we talk about mindset all the time, growth versus fixed mindset. But I'm talking about the mindset we have around belief. What do you believe about yourself? What do you want to believe? Too often, we allow inhibiting beliefs to stop us from achieving our goals. We make excuses. We tell ourselves lies. We say things like, when I lose weight, then I'll go on that trip with my friends. When my children get out of the house, then I'll invest in myself. When I learn that new research methodology, then I'll take on that project that I've wanted to do for years. But the issue is, that lie tells us we're not good enough. And no, we don't have every resource and strategy we need to accomplish every goal we have set for 2025, but we are definitely good enough to take one step today. And as we take that first step and we increase our belief, we increase the successes that we feel. So then we're more willing to take additional steps with greater risk and greater success. And as other people see us take steps, see us believe in ourselves, that belief is contagious. The second area is habits. So the research on habits hasn't changed in decades, but we often talk about habits from a very tangible perspective. Morning routines, nighttime habits, but what habits do you have around your self-belief? I'm going to teach you one of my favorite habits tonight, and I call it the get to, have to shift. Too often, we frame normal to everyday activities negatively. We say things like, I have to go pick up my daughter from school. I have to go to work tomorrow. You know, we've all done it. And the problem with that is that we're training our brain because our brain pays attention to what we tell it to pay attention to. When we give it negative, it gives us more negative. When we give it positive, it gives us more positive. It's part of our RAS, or reticular activating system. So instead, we should say, I get to. I get to pick up my daughter from school. Isn't that a more accurate reflection anyway? How blessed am I to have an incredible daughter? How many people in this world suffer from infertility or have lost a child? I have a car that can get me to her. She goes to a school with people who love and care for her. I get to go to work tomorrow. How many people in this country are unemployed? I get to work with incredible people like you and do amazing things like this. Why would I frame that negatively? And as I invite more positivity into my life, it increases my self-belief, and that self-belief is contagious. The other 2 areas are identity and energy, but we'll save those for another talk. Increasing the mental well-being of others can start with us. When we believe in ourselves, believe we are smart enough and good enough and strong enough and successful enough, and we maximize the value that we bring, we create a culture of self-belief that changes the way we show up for ourselves, changes the way we show up for others, and in turn, changes the way they show up for themselves. So I challenge you, go out this week and help increase the self-belief of one person, even if that person is you.